Okay. It's in progress. All right. It's good to
Okay.
see you, Maddie.
You
I'm
as
so
well.
excited. Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I got your text last night about all the wonderful things you're doing with MLD. And I want you to share with the community, the equine community, exactly what's happened.
Absolutely. Well, as I told you in our text, taking the jump and doing Heal Equine has truly been like such a huge, pivotal, and amazing transition within my knowledge and my business. I've had some really incredible scenarios that have happened, some really amazing moments with horses that I've seen huge drastic improvement with, severe swelling, lymphedema, and it's just been incredible to have that knowledge and those tools. I've also honestly worked with such a number of horses that are colic, and within the same day you're seeing massive shift in the gut. I'll be like 10 minutes into a manual lymphatic drainage, and the gut will be grumbling like crazy, and the owner is just absolutely shocked and just like, whoa, what is happening? And you can see the shift in the horse. It's just been so beautiful and pivotal and amazing, and I'm so excited to like share it with you and to thank you for this beautiful knowledge. It needs to be out there, honestly. um yeah, but it's been incredible, and I'm so 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 grateful for it.
Well, I'm so glad that you said that because I had a lady from Texas outside of San Antonio
Yeah.
who worked on a horse. I just last week was it? It was going into colic. So they gave the
Okay.
horse Banamine and then she did MLD. So I said to her, I want you to monitor the manure output because this is going to tell us something. So I just want to see if you experience the same thing. She goes, oh yeah, it was huge because she said it was white and very mucusy, but the horse
Mhm.
passed a lot. So I said the white is from the intestines, it's the fat. That's what we call chi. Exactly, it was slide 37 in the introduction to connective tissue.
Yeah.
And the equine lymph system was in chapter 2 that describes that the it's white. So I'm asking you, did you witness anything like that?
I did once, but that was about the only time. But it is so interesting and fascinating to see that, and to see that shift when you do the MLD on a horse that is colic.
Now, this was
Yeah.
after they colicked or was during the colic?
It was during. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was during after the massage, and like as it was within 24 hours of the massage, um that there was a bit of white.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you were cleaning out the congestion, everything was just stuck.
Yeah. Well, it's similar to like I've seen horses who have diarrhea or very different stools after an MLD session. Um, I feel we talked about that as well too, how it's just like the system flushing itself out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had another lady down. I mentioned her, because she's the lady that was in North Carolina,
Okay.
and that's the one who had the equine, myofascial syndrome, horse named Walter. And
Yeah.
anyway, she went on to work with a Mustang, and she actually had a far infrared camera. And I thought this was really important because she was able to capture the inflammation before and after.
Oh
And then
wow.
she measured him, and he lost like 2 inches here in the gut, and what it was all bloating. It was just all bloat, and it was, and they feel like they can run a marathon. And there was
Wow.
another lady, the same one that was in San Antonio, who had worked with this horse who had colic. She said when she did the grooming technique on a horse, um, she works with cutting horses. That's what she does. He
Okay.
goes, her horse ran around 25 acres twice. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Woo. Yeah. That's awesome. That's
So
so cool.
when he ran those 25 acre, he was moving stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
That's so
so
cool.
how did it help improve your business?
Well, having those tools and people seeing the transformation that has happened in their horse, I mean, I truly believe, for me at least, word of mouth has been like the most pivotal thing for me in my business.
It always is. It never
It
changes.
always is. Like, you can put it out and market. It just never, it takes like twice as the energy to like do the marketing, Facebook, Instagram aspect of it, but it's never the same. So it's in that way of like, oh wow, like look at this really amazing improvement. And then when you see that improvement, of course, you have like the returning clients that want to keep their horse feeling good, feeling, their best, essentially. So that to me is what has been such a shift, is being able to offer this modality. And it's huge and it's pivotal.
Oh, absolutely. And
Yeah.
I think in many times it's life saving.
Yes. I absolutely agree with that.
I have a question for you. Remember that mare that blew, that she had that abdominal when she
Yeah.
was 30 years old? What's her
Yeah.
status?
I'm still working with her, and she is in a good place right now. Like, she'll run around and play in her little pasture area. Her mom tells me I work with her like twice a week. I take her on a little short walk and then do the massage on her.
And how
Um,
is that swelling though?
it's doing good right now. It's still there a bit. Like, we talked about this. There's got to be some kind of blockage, potentially cancerous, that just like is why it's still there, but it's improved. She absolutely loves her body work. Like, she expects it. It's great. She enjoys it. But overall she's doing good right now, but there is still a level of inflammation. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's talk about off the call and maybe I can help you. So what was your
Okay.
question today? You wanted me to help you with something. So
I did.
shoot.
Okay, you actually kind of brought this up. So I have a client right now who I've been working with her horse about weekly at this point, and we see severe improvement after I work on him. And the main thing he's struggling with is belly bloat, and his sheath is really swollen. But it's like I have to work with him every week to keep it at a good place. And my thing is, maybe this is something nutritional wise. And she actually switched his hair around a bit, did all of that, and there wasn't really a big shift. But I'm wondering if, because you've seen so much of this, if you have any insight as to like what is causing the reoccurring below, because she shouldn't need me there every week.
Right. I would tell you then he's got an imbalance in one of his major organs. And
Yeah. Okay.
and I would tell you, I'll send you a reference,
Okay.
Lisa. Her name is Lisa Wesson. She's out of Canada, but she does iridology, and iridology is looking to the iris of
Oh,
the eye.
yes.
And so what that tells them, it tells us where the imbalances are. It never diagnoses. It just says this is imbalanced. Then how do we get it back in balance?
Okay.
So, and then keep in mind that there could be a very ominous thing going on in there that we can't see and we can't touch and not diagnose. It can't be
Right.
diagnosed by the vets. And that's a very, very frustrating thing
Yeah.
that they go through as well. But that's the first place I would start.
Okay.
Because when you say bloat, I think digestion. So
Me
immediately
too. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get them on a good probiotic, I can help you with that.
Okay.
That's what I will when we end this call, I'll give you the information for it. Actually, I'll
Amazing.
give it to you now. It's called Conklin.com. And it's a network marketing company, but the product is really very superior, I feel, because it saved my horse. I got 18 months
Oh,
where I wouldn't have had him 18 months because he was
yeah.
a constant colic every other week, every other week. You didn't know when the shoe was going to drop. And this
Wow.
pulled him right out of it. So
Okay.
I would get him on probably the equine gel for sure for at least a month. And then you can go to something like the equine microbial and enzymes, because enzymes, you need those to break down your food.
Good.
So
Right,
that's what
right.
I think he may not.
If it's the pancreas, that there's
Yeah,
a
there's other
supplement
things
or
that are
something.
going in there. So if he's got constant belly blow, he's got some really digestive issues that are going on that is really,
Right.
but I would start with somebody like Lisa to at least to figure out what other organs. I'm going to imagine that the liver is going to be impacted only because the majority of lymph comes from the liver and the small intestine. So right there is a flag.
Okay.
And that's what I would tell you to do. So this way, if she can pinpoint it, she also has various herbs that would help address it.
Okay.
That you can give him, and then they monitor it. You obviously you'll be able to tell, but over time whether he's improving or not. And this is a golden rule, Maddie. I tell everybody, I don't care if you're a horse or a human. Here's my theory, and I'll tell you what, it has worked 100% of the time. If you're doing a therapy and you're not getting results, it's the wrong diagnosis or the wrong therapy or both.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
Yeah.
Because if it's the right diagnosis, and sometimes it's a medication, that everybody can tolerate medications. You change them and, it's a different world for them.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're not getting results, then you may have a wrong diagnosis and a wrong therapy that'll go along with it.
Yeah.
So that's my theory. And I'll tell you what, whether it's a horse or a human, has worked for me 100% of the time.
Okay. Yeah. That makes
I
sense.
would definitely
Absolutely.
I would definitely get a hold of Lisa. I'll send you that information. Let me give it to you in the chat because somebody else may want to need it. Let me get it in here. Oh, come on, Teresa. Me and technology.
Mhm.
This is what I would recommend. And I can give you a call afterwards with the owner if you want, or I can explain to you. Why don't we do another call and I can explain the different equine packs that are in this company so then you can intelligently speak to this woman as to what you think would be best. But
Perfect.
I would
Yeah.
definitely put him on the equine gel immediately, only because it packs a punch. It's usually used for like acute conditions, like a
Okay.
gas colic or something, but it helps build that probiotics in the gut really fast.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
so I
Okay.
will definitely do that. All right, let me give you this. It's Conklin.com, and then you're going to look at fast track gel. That's where I would look first.
Okay.
All right, and then and my distributor number, if you want it, you're gonna need it. So
Yeah.
my number is, and then here is Lisa Wesson's
Okay.
information. She is in Canada,
Okay.
and let me just get out, and I'll give you her phone number. And she does the iridology, so she would be able to. You take a picture of the horse's eye, and then she analyzes it, so she can do that.
Yeah.
And I would tell you that's the first place to start. But if he's getting belly bloat, I'm going to look at small intestine, and
Okay.
I'm going to look at it's a digestive issue along with, and if he's bloating, he's not producing. There could be something going on in the liver that he needs adjustment, that they're not maximizing it,
Yeah.
to reduce some of that lymph. Let me get Lisa's number out. And Lisa Wesson she's Canadian. She's on Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
All right. And then we have, I think that's it. Yep.
Perfect.
If I spell therapy right, it might help. All right. And I think I got that. There you go. Did I send it? Okay.
Yep, it just
All
came
right.
through.
All right. So those are the two things. So what advice would you tell any equine practitioner who's looking at the program?
Go for it. Honestly, like the lymphatic system is such an important part of the body. That is the biggest thing I have learned in the past year. I would just truly advise you to take the leap of faith and go for it. It will truly transform your business. There's no doubt in my mind about it. It
Good
has
for you.
for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really has.
Well, you
And
just made my day.
well, good. I'm glad you made my day. Literally, oh, it makes me so happy to talk with you. It will not be as long next time.
No,
I
oh,
promise
I hope not.
that. No, definitely not. Plus, it doesn't even feel like it's been that long. It's crazy to think that
A year ago this
it
week.
was a year ago. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's so amazing. So
Well,
unbelievable.
okay. I'm just going to stop the recording.
Okay.
Let's see.